Hey, it's Tess, and this is Wander Wealthy, a place to help women get inspired and achieve their personal growth, travel, and money goals. In the past couple years, I have been traveling a ton, both domestically and internationally, and I do it both for work and for pleasure. So you can see that I've had a lot of experience in really mastering the art of packing extremely minimally. Why should you want to pack minimally? Well, it saves you a heck of a lot of time, sanity, and money. And so I wanted to show you guys that if travel is something you would like to pursue in your future, then there are definitely ways you can start at home with just how you pack to kind of get to becoming this travel maniac. I'm going to show you how I pack for a week-long vacation in a carry-on. Now, I've been able to pack up to 3 weeks in just a carry-on, and it all boils down to many combinations with just a few pieces. And you'll see that in the tutorial. But just so that you know, I'm about to go on a trip to Austin, but it is also very hot in Austin, so I actually get to pack even lighter than I typically would because I'm obviously wearing shorts and tank tops and dresses. But you could totally do this if you were going somewhere in the winter as well, and hopefully someday I'll show you how I pack for a 2-week long, more wintry vacation also in a carry-on, because you can totally get it done, especially with the tips that I'm going to show you in this video. So here is my minimalistic packing tutorial for you so you can stay sane, enjoy your trip, and save a couple bucks while you're on it. All right, the first thing you have to do in order to stay sane while you're packing is put on some good tunes and make yourself your favorite beverage. I get out my suitcase just to know which one I'm using. Obviously here I'm using my carry-on. It is a standard size carry-on, so it's going to fit in any overhead bin in any airplane. But then I go straight to my closet and start picking out the clothes that I plan on wearing for my trip. This just gives me a better idea of what I can put together for my different outfits, and like I had mentioned before, less pieces, more combinations. Once everything is laid out, I get a good idea of all the different mixtures of outfits I can create. I also pick out 2 fuller body outfits. What I mean by that is a romper and a dress. Those are always fun to bring along because, especially if it's hot weather, but they also fold up pretty small, so it's easy to fit those in the suitcase as well. So between the 2 shorts and the 3 tops, and then the 2 dresses or the romper and the dress that I'm bringing, I can make at least 8 outfits here. I'm also bringing a swimsuit cover-up just because I think it's really cute and fun, and I always say to bring a swimsuit, so might as well bring a swimsuit cover-up. Plus, this time around, I have the space. I have this rule of thumb that I can only bring 2 workout outfits because I end up working out a lot less when I'm traveling than I typically would, but I always have one to wear and one that could be washed if I do end up working out a ton. Next are my shoes. For this trip, I'm actually only bringing 3 pairs of shoes. The 2 of them that I just showed is 1 pair of sandals and 1 pair of flats. Of course, I always have a chance that I might work out, so I bring some tennis shoes, plus they make a good fit for walking if I ever need them. I always love to bring a small handbag and actually pack it in my roller carry-on. I think it's always nice to have a small handbag, even if you choose to bring a big handbag and a roller carry-on. Having a small handbag just allows you to then go out at night or, just take less things around with you. Once I get all of my clothes laid out and I know exactly what needs to go into my suitcase, I start my packing process. I totally believe in the rolling method, especially for some of those bulkier items. It definitely helps me save space, but also reduces any sort of wrinkles. But then with some of my more delicate items, I like to lay them flat because they are pretty thin. They can just kind of stack onto the bottom of my suitcase, and it protects their little delicacies. When it comes to the items that might wrinkle a little bit easier, I know that rolling tends to help, but because I have the room in my suitcase and I'd rather just keep them folded and flat, I actually just fold them up and lay them all on top of each other. I've also heard a good tip of laying all your clothes out on top of each other and then doing a big fold of all of the clothes together, and that apparently helps with reducing wrinkles. I'm not too picky about wrinkly clothes. That's just my personality. So I just fold my clothes all up and stack them on top of each other and place them in my suitcase. This time around, I just fold a lot of my tops because I don't really need to save the space using the rolling method. But then I do roll all of my pajamas and my athletic gear and stack them into the gaps. I decided to remove my black dress because I actually am going to wear that on the airplane, and I almost forgot that I didn't need to pack it. Another tip here is I just plan on wearing whatever I'm going to wear on the airplane to my destination, I also wear home. So I save an outfit on that because it's just your airplane outfit, and I hope you're not trying to impress anyone on the airplane. If you are, so be it, but you can wear the same outfit twice. I then take my handbag that I'm going to put into my carry-on, and I actually shove the smaller items like sports bras and socks and underwear and even my bikini into the handbag if they can all fit. And that just helps keep the shape of the handbag, but also saves a lot of space because there's a lot of open space there that then I can put it into my carry-on and have a lot more space for my toiletries. I kind of have this rule for traveling that I don't bring heels. I know some people really love to wear heels, but for me, it's unnecessary because I just end up walking around a lot. I'm more of an explorer, and so I'd rather just have some comfy shoes. I do things kind of opposite, I'm pretty sure, than how you're supposed to actually pack. That's where the spine of the bag is, where the handle comes out, and so there's a lot of weird bumps and stuff, and I just like to fit things in around them, but I do think that technically it's supposed to be the other way around. Now that my roller carry-on is pretty much all the way packed, I start to pull out all of my toiletries and whatnot. I find all of the makeup that I plan on taking with me on the trip, and I have various bags, obviously the clear plastic bag for liquids, and then a regular makeup bag for all of my dry makeup, and I just start separating all of it. Then I take all of my other bathroom toiletries like face wash, toothpaste, face wipes, my toothbrush, lotion. Most instances, I don't actually even bring shampoo and conditioner because hotels will have them. This time I'm showing you how you can fit your shampoo and conditioner into your liquid bag, but usually I don't even bring it. I also have a really awesome little case for my electric toothbrush, and then I have kind of a bigger bag where I put everything into that bag that is clunkier, like my toothbrush and my face wipes and my deodorant and whatnot. Now I'm going to show you how I magically squeeze everything into my little plastic bag. It's just barely going to fit. But the other day, my mom said something that I was like, I never really thought of that. When you go through security at the airport, you tend to put your stuff in many different bins, and so I would beg to say that you could probably have just 2 different plastic bags and separate them. In some airports, they're really strict about the size of the plastic bag, and some are not, so this just kind of goes different ways. You could just get a bigger plastic bag or try to put it in 2 and then separate it in the bins. Don't take my word for it, but approach at your own risk. I keep the liquid bag out of my roller carry-on because it's just a pain to take out, and you always have to take out your liquids at most airports, I would say. I lay out the outfit that I'm going to wear on the plane. This time around I'm bringing a little hat, which sometimes I pack and sometimes usually I take with me because hats can really easily lose their shape. If you ever have any bulky items like jackets or sweaters, I always suggest to wear those on the plane. I then make sure I get all of my charging cords, my wallet, my sunglasses, never forget your sunglasses, my computer, my books, my technology, and everything, and it all seems to fit into my little black bag. It's fairly tight, but it works out this time. Sometimes, especially if I'm just wearing yoga pants and having a little more of an adventurous holiday, then I'll just bring a backpack and not worry about the handbag. But this time I wanted to go for the handbag since it's a girls' trip. So there you have it, friends, my handy dandy packing tutorial. I hope this helps you know what to pack and what not to pack, some little tips on how to pack. Now, when it comes to your carry-on bag, another thing that I recommend, especially on international flights, is to bring an empty water bottle and then fill it up when you're at the airport. I always get dehydrated when I'm flying internationally, and I'll wake up in the middle of the night when the stewardess make it the nighttime, and I won't have any water, and it kills me. So always bring a water bottle that is empty when you get to the airport and fill it up when you're there. Also, go and buy some snacks ahead of time. Pack those in your bag too, because airport food is expensive, and you might get hungry while you're flying, so why not have some extra snacks on you? My final tip is to make sure you enjoy your trip and not worry too much about the fact that you might forget to pack something. You can always buy it when you get there. I know that might be a big budget buster for you, but most likely it'll be something fairly small if you're following this minimalistic protocol. Plus, if you're gonna buy something, maybe that's your reward for packing so minimalistic and saving money on that checked bag. Just don't stress out and enjoy yourself while you're traveling. I hope you got a lot out of this. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. If you liked the channel, subscribe, and make sure you join the Wander Wealthy by Tess Wick's Facebook group. I will link an invitation to it below, and you can go through and get into the group to see all of the tips and tricks that we share all about personal growth, money, and travel, so that you can someday wander wealthy too.